So let's continue where we left off, just after, where we fixed our network using static routing, using specific IP addresses. I'm going to leave a link somewhere here where you can see the first part of this video, where I use static routing. Now we're going to use default routes. So we are at the exact same point in time we left off. This is still our network, but now I'm going to undo the default route, not default routes. I'm going to undo the static routes, and I'm going to convert this to default routes on the edge routers. I'm going to do also a video for RIP and OSPF on either on this network or a slightly more complicated one. Like, subscribe and comment to get notified so you can know when the new video is coming out. So basically, I'm going to undo the static routes, and I'm going to resolve the same issue but with default routes. If you're watching this in a short form, come and join us on the long form video format and see how I can work this one out. So for the long form peeps, let's do this. So let's undo the configuration I just did. So show run, and let's go to the global configuration mode and that's just undo the action we just did on the edge routers, on the leaf routers. Conf T. Do show run, and let's undo the one we just did. Confirm that things now do not work. Did I do it? I think I just hit every single keyboard. Okay, let's try this again. Now the pings that were working should not work anymore, and they do not. So now I'm going to work the same thing, out, but instead of doing these static routes, I'm going to do a static route. Of course, it is a static route for all intents and purposes, but I'm going to use the default gateway option, default gateway here, both pointing to their corresponding router 2 interfaces. Okay, so let's clear the clutter. Let's clear this, and let's go. So to do default route, it's just 2 IP routes. 0.0.0.0.0.0.0, and I'm going to say 10.0.0.1 in my, 2 in my case in this side, and IP route. So I'm going to say 0.0.0.0.0.0.0, 10.1.1.1 in this side. So the difference is I'm not worrying about what network I want to reach. This is a good option because for all intents and purposes, if this network does not change a lot or at all, router 2 it's going to be always their choice to reach one another or to reach other networks. Even if more networks join in, okay, this guy still is the default gateway for the router 1 and for router 3. So it's a viable option to use the default gateway option. If you want to get things a little bit more under control, if the network gets more complicated and you want to have a more granular configuration, then you can go through specific static routes. But if you point everything that is unknown to router 2 and he's kind of the distribution point, it should work for most of the time. So yeah, let's ping this. Let's show you the tests. Okay. So now this works again. And now this works again. So in a nutshell, I have a sneeze coming out soon. So, oh my God, I have to sneeze. I will not cut this out. You will see me sneeze in the YouTube video. 3. Oh dear Lordy. So yeah, so now I have router 1 using router 2 as its default gateway, and I have router 3 using router 2 as its default gateway. This works again because router 2 is kind of the convergence point for all networks. Well, there are only 2 networks. I understand that, but router 2 is the convergence point for all networks. If there were more networks, it will still be the convergence point if I designed it like that. So router 2 can be the default gateway for everybody because it's not a lie. Everybody needs to go through router 2 for things to work. If router 1 and router 3 had multiple choices to go through, then you can be a little bit more detailed and more granular effect doing static routes with specific routes. That's true. I've shown that on a previous video, but the default route can make things simpler in some designs of your networks. Woo, bless me. Like, subscribe and comment. It really helps to get this video out. We are reaching high numbers of subscribers. Thanks for that, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.